Gwayipchilidach. Bonjour, bienvenue, hello, and welcome once again to the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center here in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter. This is Petter Sports and Streaming Services. And this afternoon, yes, it is afternoon. Where am I? What am I doing? Where are we? What's going on? This afternoon, we have for you Nova Scotia Under-15 Hockey League action between the visiting Halifax Wolverines and the hometown Wherewell Bombers. Before we go any further in our pregame, we must take a moment to acknowledge that the Pictou County Wellness Center, the entire community of Pictou County, and for that matter, the entire region covered by the Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League, all lie within the ancestral and unceded territory of Mi'kmaq. As we look at this game between the Wherewell Bombers and the Halifax Wolverines, both of these teams about two-thirds of the way through their schedule. The Bombers come into this game with a record of 13 wins in regulation, 4 wins in extended time, whether that be overtime or shootout. They have 1 shootout loss and 6 losses in regulation. Following the 3-2-1-0 point format that this league follows, much like the IIHF tournament format, the Bombers have 48 points so far, 9 points back of the league-leading Bedford Bandits. That has them in 6th place, just 1 point behind the Gulls and the Bearcats, 2 points behind the Novas. So a very, very tight race right now between all of those teams for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And they're not that far behind the Cougars or the Bandits either. As we mentioned, just a 9-point deficit to the league leaders for the Bombers at this point. For the Wolverines, it is the story of a season that has been challenging for them, to say the least. In the 22 games that they have played, they have just 1 victory in regulation time, 1 victory in a shootout, 1 loss in overtime, and 19 regulation losses. And unfortunately for the Wolverines, the story of this season has been a challenge in getting pucks into the other team's net, having scored just 36 goals through their 22 games so far this year. They've given up 122, which is an average of about 5.5 goals per game, while scoring less than 2. For the Bombers, they have scored better than 4 goals a game and have given up just a little under 2.5. So on paper, you look at this game and it should be heavily favored towards the Bombers. However, as the old saying goes, you don't play the game on paper. So we'll wait and see what ends up coming of this. And we had a shortened, only a 5-minute warm-up. They used to have full 10-minute warm-ups, but just a 5-minute warm-up for today, and not quite sure why the change. Although they've also extended the second period from being 15 minutes to being 20 this season, so maybe that's where the change comes in. Take 5 minutes off the warm-up to put 5 extra minutes on the game. Either way, we'll have a flood coming up here in just a moment, and then we'll get this game underway. It's the first of 3 games today on Petter Sports and Streaming. I'll have this one here, and then I'll be racing down to Pictou for game number 1 of the Maritime Major Female Hockey League Nova Scotia semifinals between the Northern Subway Selects and the Cape Breton Lynx. That game scheduled for a 4 o'clock puck drop. And then at 5 p.m., back on this sheet of ice, Alex Terrio will be here in this rink, taking over to do the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League game between the visiting Valley Wildcats and the hometown Fundy Thunder. So it's a busy day today here on Petter Sports and Streaming. A busy night last night as well, as we had 3 games. Those of you who missed it, we had a game for the week's majors. It was their regular season finale as they had a 6-3 victory over the South Shore Mustangs. We had the Fundy Thunder playing against the Martello Buccaneers in a game that the Thunder won by a score, the Thunder lost by a score of 5-4 in a shootout. They were leading that game at 1 point, 4-0 late in the first period, but the Bucks found a way to come back, tie up the game, force overtime. Nothing was decided in overtime, and then the Bucks get the victory in the shootout. And the third and final game from last night, it was at the U15 AA level between the Pictou County Crushers and the Truro Bearcats. Crushers winning that one by a score of 4-2. And then rounding out the weekend tomorrow, we'll have one more game for you. It'll be game 2 of that playoff series between the Selects and the Cape Breton Lynx. And that one will be coming to you from Hector Arena tomorrow at 12 noon. Nothing on Holiday Monday, though. We've got that day off, so hopefully you get to enjoy Heritage Day wherever you're tuning in from, or if you're tuning in from out of province, whatever the provincial holiday is for this coming Monday. If you're tuning in from outside the country, if it's a country that celebrates a holiday on this coming Monday, enjoy your long weekend. If not, well, the rest of us will be thinking of you as we're sitting back and kicking back on Monday, trying to recover from all of this hockey here this weekend. When we look at the previous matchups between the Wolverines and the Bombers, trying to just get a look here. However, my computer's being a little bit slow. Here we go. Let's see if we can find it. All right. This is the third and final meeting between these two teams. The Wolverines got the victory in the shootout. So their shootout victory was against these Wherewell Bombers by a score of 4-3 back on December 16th. And then the other meeting between these two teams down in Halifax, actually both previous meetings were down in Halifax. The Bombers win that one by a score of 6-2, that one coming back in late October. So this is the third and final meeting of the season between these two teams here this afternoon. The good news for the Wolverines is the fact that they come into this game knowing that one of their 2 wins this year was against this team, so they know that they can beat the Bombers. They just have to replicate their effort from that game back in mid-December. When you look at some of the key players to watch in this game, for Halifax, it really has been the MJ Bottomley show so far this season. Bottomley with 17 goals leads the team in scoring. In fact, no other player on the Wolverines has more than 3 goals so far this year. So from a defensive standpoint for the Bombers, the key is going to be keep MJ Bottomley off the score sheet. That's much easier said than done because, of course, Bottomley, if you are at all familiar with hockey in Nova Scotia, that last name Bottomley should be familiar to you as Jim Bottomley, longtime coach at the junior A level, a team owner and president at the junior B level. Jim Bottomley, synonymous with junior hockey here in the province of Nova Scotia, and his grandson MJ very much in charge of this Halifax Wolverines team so far. As I mentioned, 17 goals in 22 games this season, averaging better than a point per game overall, as he has 6 assists to go with those 17 goals to give him 23 points in 22 games. For the Wherewell Bombers, it has been much more about offense by committee. 4 different players averaging better than, 4 different players rather, with double digits in goals. Grady Cohen with 16, Tanner Hayden with 15, Evan McIntosh and Coda Lewis with 10 each. You look at points per game, you've got 3 players at a point per game. Grady Cohen, 32 points in 24 games. Tanner Hayden, 29 in 24. Nicholas McKenzie, 24 in 24. So it is much more spread out, the offense, for the Wherewell Bombers so far this season. You look at Lawrence Williams, he's got 16 assists. You look at McKenzie, as we mentioned, he's got 15 helpers so far this year. So it is a much more balanced offense, which is much more difficult to stop when you are the opposing team. Looking at the goaltending, Tanner Clark, I believe, gets the start for the Halifax Wolverines today. He comes in with a record of 1-7, a 5.96 goals against average, and an .845 save percentage. He'll be going up against Ryan Janes this afternoon. Janes comes in with a record of 11-1. One of those victories by way of a shutout, a goals against average of a microscopic, for this league, 1.94, and a save percentage of a very, very strong 9-21. One lineup note for the Bombers: Chris Walker, who would be their backup goaltender for today's game. Walker and Janes have been splitting pretty much evenly the goaltending duties so far this season. Walker not in the lineup today. The backup goaltender instead is affiliated player Connor Alward. So, knock on wood that this doesn't happen, but in the event that Janes has to come out of the game, it will be an AP goalie going in for the Bombers, as we mentioned, not available for today's game, Chris Walker, the usual goaltender who splits the duties with Ryan Janes. One other lineup note: Dylan McAvoy of the Halifax Wolverines normally wears jersey number 8. Not quite sure what the issue is with the jersey, but today he'll be wearing number 61. So if you're looking for Dylan McAvoy, don't look for his usual number 8. He's wearing the 61 jersey for the Halifax Wolverines in this afternoon's game. While we've got a quick moment, we'll also let you know about the ways that you can get in touch with us here during the game, as we do like to try and be interactive here on Petter Sports and Streaming through Atlantic Hockey Online, a division of AO Live. You can reach us through that app that used to be known as Twitter, now known as X. The handle there is at Petter, P-E-T-T-E-R, as in my last name, Michael Petter, PC_sports. That's P-E-T-T-E-R, PC_sports. You can get us through Facebook. Go to facebook.com and search for Petter Sports and Streaming, and the and is an ampersand there. And the third way you can get in touch with us is through the MJAHL Network. Go to mjahlnetwork.proboards.com and look for the section marked All Other Levels of Hockey. And then you'll see in that section there is a post titled NSU15Major, Halifax Wolverines at Wherewell Bombers with today's date. That is today's game day thread. You can share your thoughts as you're watching the game through that network as well. So again, that's Twitter or X at Petter PC_sports, Facebook.com, search for Petter Sports and Streaming, or mjahlnetwork.proboards.com. The section marked All Other Levels of Hockey, and the post with today's game and today's date. And you can share your thoughts there as well. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll come back in just a couple of minutes to get you ready for the start of this game. It's Bombers and Wolverines coming up next here on Petter Sports and Streaming through Atlantic Hockey Online, a division of AO Live. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the game. It is indeed going to be Tanner Clark getting the start, and I was just talking to one of the Halifax parents, and he confirmed for me that it is indeed just 2 members of this Halifax Wolverines who are returning players from last year. One of them, no big surprise, well, we all knew MJ Bottomley, the other one, Henrik Gerard. Everybody else, a first-year player at the U15 major level. So understandable why they're having the struggles that they're having this season. But when you look at how many of these players are going to be available to them next year, this team is going to be a team to beat. They're going to have learned a lot from the struggles they've gone through this season, the growing pains, the learning curve. And we're getting to the point of the season now where you can't really label them as rookies anymore. They've got pretty much 2/3 of a season underneath their belt. The learning curve has developed. They are getting better, and we're going to see, I think, a good game from the Wolverines today. Bottomley will be one of the starting players as Halifax is in their blacks with the yellow and gray trim. Bottomley along with Bassel, McAvoy, Boudreau, and DeBay, the starting 5 in front of Clark. For the Bombers, in front of goaltender Ryan Janes, it will be Anderson and Anderson on defense. That's Carter and Josh, with Tucker, McLennan, and McLean as the forwards.
We would ask now for you all to please rise to your table and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, there you have it. All the pomp and circumstance taken care of. All that's left to do now is get the puck dropped and get this game underway here at the Wellness Center. It's Wolverines and Bombers, Nova Scotia under 15 major hockey league action right here on Petter Sports and streaming through Atlantic Hockey Online, a division of AO Live. Opening face-off will be Tucker and Bottomley. And we are underway here at the Wellness Center. Bombers get possession off of the draw. Puck is sent towards the Halifax line. Wolverines quickly turn it back the other way. Joshua Anderson will pick it up in front of his own net. Play it ahead for McLean. McLean able to get away from Bottomley, get the puck down into the Wolverine zone. Tucker picks up, plays it back to the line for Joshua Anderson. He'll send it down all the way around the boards. McLean picks it up behind the net, sends it back into the near side corner for Tucker. Tucker will get to it, try to get it back to the line for Anderson, but it was broken up by Bassel. And if I'm mispronouncing any of these names, please do send me a message through one of those media that we mentioned earlier, either Twitter or Facebook or MJAHL Network, and let me know. McDonald with the puck now. He'll play it over to his defense partner, Cameron. Cameron returns it to McDonald, now ahead. Trying to deflect it down into the zone was Sim, but it's turned over and played back in across the Bomber blue line. Just about a minute gone here in the opening period. Bottomley picks up the puck, takes it out into center ice with him, goes to play it back to Gerard. but the pass misses Gerard. Gerard has to go all the way back deep into his own zone, plays it up the wall intended for Smith, but getting there ahead of him was Sim. Now Bottomley gets onto the puck in the corner. He'll play it back around to Hum. Hum returns it back behind the net. Now pass ahead for Smith. Smith gets it out to center. Bottomley has it knocked off his stick. Smith had it for a second, but then it rolls to Cameron, and Cameron will take it back into his own zone for the Bombers in their white jerseys with the black and silver trim, much like the old school, not old school, but second generation LA Kings jerseys. Not back to the purple and gold days, but back to the silver and black days before they put some purple in there. Here's Gerard with the puck now, coming in across the line, but Burgess couldn't quite extend that back leg far enough, and it ends up being an offside against the Wolverines, with a minute 50 gone here in the first period. While the Bombers are my hometown team, I do have a little bit of a soft spot in my heart for the Wolverines organization, as a little less than a year ago, my 1,000th career broadcast was a game involving the Wolverines and the Harbor Storm. And I went down as Cohen comes in. Cohen with a shot, he scores! I'll finish telling that story later, because right now the Bombers have scored the first goal of the game at 2:05 of the first period. Grady Cohen with the goal. And Cohen, that's his team-leading 17th goal, his team-leading 33rd point. And the Bombers are quickly out in front by a 1-0 scoreline. Just 2 minutes and 5 seconds into this afternoon's hockey game. Puck is turned over to McKay. McKay with a shot. And the save made by Janes, and he'll hang on for a face-off. Good response by the Wolverines. They may have given up a goal, but the very next shift they get a good scoring chance and force Ryan Janes to make a save and smother the puck for a face-off in the Halifax offensive zone. Corkum not able to hold the puck in. Hum has to go back and get it. He's being chased by Swain. Hum stops. Now we'll play the puck over. Quick little one-touch pass off the stick of Brewer. Williams and Lewis with the assists. So once again, that's Grady Cohen's 17th goal, 33rd point of the season from Lawrence Williams and Cota Lewis at 2:05 to put the Bombers out in front here in the early goings by the 1-0 scoreline. Auld will take this face-off inside the Bomber zone against Tucker. Auld wins the draw. Puck is played back to Boudreau. Boudreau gets it back down for Auld. That ends up going through his legs. And the Bombers get it out to center. Played back for Joshua Anderson. Now it comes to Carter Anderson. He'll get it ahead to McClellan. And McClellan will send it down into the Halifax zone. Going back to pick up there is McAvoy. McAvoy will play it up the boards to Burgess. Burgess has Lemoyne ahead. Tried to get that pass to Lemoyne. Couldn't quite connect. And now Joshua Anderson works the puck up the other way. Dumps it in, but does not gain center before he does so. So that's going to be an offside against the Bombers with 3:17 gone here in the first period. One major difference if you watch older levels of hockey, you know that when you make an icing, you're not allowed to make a line change. U15, the last level where line changes are still allowed off of icings. At the U16 level, it becomes no change for an icing. So this is the last player that players can ice the puck and still get off for a change at the same time. Sim looking to clear the puck out of the zone. Now it comes back down low. Cameron picks up in the corner. Tries to change directions to get away from DeBay. And now sending the puck out to center ice was Hayden. All the way down low. Croft gets it over to Sim. Sim tried to make a pass to Hayden. That doesn't connect. And now here comes Bassel. Bassel trying to dump the puck in. Ended up fanning on it. Puck goes up into the air. Comes down. And apparently it hit the netting above the glass here at the Wellness Center. So we'll get a stoppage. Exactly 4 minutes gone in the opening period. Again, a reminder, you can reach us through Twitter. The handle is at PetterPC_sports. You can get us through Facebook.com. Search for Petter Sports and Streaming, where the and is an ampersand, or get us through MJAHL Network at .proboards.com. Go to the section marked All Other Levels of Hockey, as we're going to have a penalty coming up here. And it's MJ Bottomley's stick that broke. And it broke because he slashed someone else with his stick. So he's going to get a slashing penalty here, 4:12 into the first period. Yes, it is Bottomley who took that slashing penalty. We don't have access to power play and penalty kill percentages, but what we can tell you is that the Wherewell Bombers so far this season have been very, very good on the power play, scoring 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 goals on the power play in 24 games so far this season. This penalty coming at 4:12. As we mentioned, 22 power play goals in 24 games so far this season for the Bombers. What exactly that percentage works out to, again, unfortunately, we can't give you that information. Shorthanded goals, we can tell you that the Wolverines have scored shorthanded twice, but the guy in the box has one of them. That's MJ Bottomley, Jake Nogler with the other one. Down in, puck comes up to the point. Carter Anderson gets it down to Grady Cohen. Cohen has the only goal of the game so far. He plays it to Hayden. Hayden gets it across to McKenzie. McKenzie with a shot. Lewis looking for a deflection. Now they try to tuck it in on the near post, but Clark able to get over in time to make the save. Over a minute gone in the penalty. There's Carter Anderson with a shot. Clark gets a piece of that. It steers over into the corner. Cohen will pick up there, take it up the wall. Now play it back to the line to McIntyre. McKenzie, excuse me. McKenzie returns it to Cohen. Now Hayden fans on a shot, gives back to McKenzie. Now down to Hayden. Hayden looking to go far side for Cohen. Getting a piece of that puck, however, was McAvoy. Now they try to clear. Anderson keeps the puck onside, sends it towards the net. Clark will just cover it up and hang on. And we'll get a stoppage with 31 seconds left in the Bomber power play. 9:19 to go here in the first period. We mentioned the Bombers with 22 power play goals so far this season. Tanner Hayden leading the way with 6. Evan McIntosh second on the team with 4. Grady Cohen, Carter Anderson, Nicholas McKenzie, Jaden Croft, Coda Lewis with 2 each. Jared Tucker and Lawrence Williams also with power play goals so far this year. Sim plays the puck back to Cameron. Across to the far side for Williams. Back to Cameron. Near side Sim. Into the slot. McIntosh a shot. Save. Rebound. Sim another shot. And both of those steered aside by Clark as the Bombers are getting good pressure here with the man advantage, but only 10 more seconds left to work with it. Along the far wall. Williams is tied up there by, I believe that was Monroe. Sorry, it wasn't Monroe. It was Lemoyne. No, it was Monroe. I had it right the first time. Sim trying to get a backhander through, but the puck was knocked down. Now Cameron across to Williams. We are back to 5-on-5. Williams gets it back to Cameron again. Cameron to the near side for Sim. Sim comes through, gets a shot away. That's deflected, goes up into the glass, comes all the way back up to Williams. Williams pushes the puck back down low, going after it in behind the net. 4 players. It's poked by Gerard. Puck comes to the near side, back to the line. Cameron, his shot doesn't get all the way through. Gerard gets to it in the corner, plays it around for Todd. Todd works it up the wall. Williams holds it onside, gets it down for Sim, but Sim has it taken away from him by Bottomley, and now it's picked up by Gerard. Gerard, his pass goes through everybody. That'll go the length of the ice. That'll be an icing call against the Wolverines with 7:02 gone here in the first period. And the Bombers out to the 1-0 lead on the goal from Grady Cohen back at the 2:05 mark here in this first period. Tucker wins the draw to McLean. McLean plays it back to the line for Joshua Anderson. He'll send it around the boards. Swain trying to go into the end boards after it, but he got taken off of the puck by Hum. Hum gets it out to center, but then Anderson and Anderson pick up there for the Bombers. Carter played it to Joshua. Then it was ahead to Tucker, who dumps it in. Now Hum back to pick up for the Wolverines. Hum gives to McKay. McKay takes a look, now plays it back over to Hum on the far side. Hum gets it ahead to Brewer. Turned over at the Bomber blue line, played ahead to McLean. Jace McLean tries a sharp angle shot. That goes wide of the net all the way around to Swain. He'll send it back around the boards. Hum picks up behind his own net. Tried to send it back up the wall. McLean knocked that down. It ends up on the stick of McKay for the Wolverines. McKay gets met immediately by McLean and Tucker. Nogler in there as well. Now the puck is finally worked free. It gets as far as the line. Joshua Anderson can't hold it onside. Now here comes a chance for Nogler. But Carter Anderson with a nice play with his stick, able to knock the puck off of Nogler's. And the Bombers get possession, and Jace McLean comes out with it. He's got Swain coming up with him. McLean will dump it in. Lewis will go in and chase while the rest of his teammates change, and the puck ends up on the stick of McAvoy. McAvoy brings it towards the front of his net, ended up misplaying the puck. Boudreau had it for a second, and now it's picked up by Bottomley. He'll get it out to center, but Cameron is there waiting for it. He'll dump it right back in. Just under 6.5 left to go, first period. That's Boudreau behind his own net. Loses the puck there to Lewis, or to McLennan, rather. Cohen now tried to play it back to the line for Cameron. He couldn't. Cohen gets it back again, gives it to McLennan behind the net. McLennan out into the right wing corner, plays it back to the line for McDonald. McDonald shot, blocked by Bottomley. Lemoyne ends up with the puck, plays it ahead, intended for Bottomley. That's too far for him, and it's going to end up being an icing call against the Wolverines. Exactly 6 minutes left to go here in the first period. Great idea there for the Wolverines, Lemoyne, but he just put the puck a little bit too far in front of his captain, MJ Bottomley. Bottomley couldn't quite get there in time to chase it down before the offside call, or the icing call, rather. Burgess in to take this draw against Sim. Sim wins it back to Hayden. His shot goes wide. Stepping up as Williams. He'll get it back down below the goal line all the way around into the far corner. Sim picks up there, tries to get it over. Now we're going to get another penalty against the Wolverines. I believe it's going to be Todd. And boarding is the indication, as he took Ewan Sim into the boards heavily with 5:49 left to go in the first. And the Bombers get their second power play of the afternoon. Lyndon Todd going off for boarding. DeBay will take this face-off against McIntosh. DeBay wins it to Gerard. Gerard plays it off the wall and down the length of the ice. Janes comes out of his net, settles the puck there so that Cameron can pick it up. Cameron plays it ahead to Williams. Williams dropped it back to Cameron. Now over to McIntosh near side. He plays it up the wall to Sim. Sim for Cameron. And Cameron not quite able to hold that puck onside, so we'll get a stoppage with 23 seconds gone in the penalty. 5:26 left to go here in period number 1. DeBay to take the draw against Sim again. Bassel got the puck as far as the Bomber blue line, but then too many white shirts in the way. Now looking for a lane to enter the zone was Croft. He couldn't find one, so he gave the puck to McIntosh. McIntosh takes it behind the net, now plays it back to the line for Williams. Williams comes near side with it for Sim. Sim steps up, plays it back to Cameron at the point. Cameron's shot doesn't get all the way through, and Gerard able to find it and launch it back down the ice. 1:08 left to go in the Bomber power play. Here's Cameron with the puck. He'll start to work his way ahead again. Cameron through center, in across the blue line. Cameron still with it. Cameron comes in, takes it behind the net, into the near corner. Skates through a check, gives the puck to McIntosh. McIntosh down to Croft. Croft back up the line to Cameron. Cameron gives it to Sim. Sim had trouble finding it for a second. That allowed Gerard to get some pressure, but DeBay to get some pressure, but Sim able to skate away from it. Fires a shot, looking to go up high against Clark, and Clark found it with the glove and hung on for a save. 37 seconds left in the penalty. 4:26 left to go here in the opening frame of this Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League game between the visiting Halifax Wolverines and the hometown Warewell Bombers. Boudreau gets the puck off of the draw, plays it around to McAvoy. McAvoy tries to spin it up the boards, but couldn't get much on it. McKenzie holds it onside. Lewis now plays it back to McKenzie again. Returns it to Lewis. Lewis steps down, turns, and plays it back once again to McKenzie. To Lewis. To McKenzie. Now near side. There's a one-timer for Hayden. And Clark gets across nicely and makes the save. And hangs on for a face-off. 10 seconds left in the power play. Grady Cohen was coming across looking for a rebound. Couldn't get one. As Clark made sure there was no rebound to be had. Big save made by Tanner Clark on a strong one-timer effort by the Bomber captain, Tanner Hayden. Tanner stopping Tanner on that one. And we'll get another face-off as it wasn't quite done properly in one way or another. Bassel and Hayden to take this draw. Hayden wins it back, gets it to Lewis. Lewis will play it back to Carter Anderson. He gives it to Cohen. Back to Anderson again. Carter Anderson with the shot, blocked by Bassel. Penalty expires. McKenzie gets it down to Hayden. Hayden returns it to McKenzie, right back to Hayden again. Hayden stepping away from the wall, fires a shot. Clark makes the save and hangs on for another face-off. 3:39 left to go in the first period. Wolverines now 2 for 2 on the penalty kill here this afternoon. Bombers have gotten their chances with the man advantage, certainly. But between the goaltending of Tanner Clark and the good play of the penalty killers keeping everything else to the outside, D-to-D pass intended for Joshua Anderson, a little bit fanned on. Bassel able to get the puck out to center. Now we're going to get another penalty against Halifax. And head contact is the call. And MJ Bottomley is going to go off for a second time. And the bench is going to get a penalty as well for unsportsmanlike. So the Bombers are going to get a 2-minute 5-on-3, a head contact penalty, and a bench minor for unsportsmanlike. And now one of the coaches is being told he's done for the game. So the frustration of this season boils over in this game. So, and it's going to be Lemoyne who's going to go over and serve the bench minor for unsportsmanlike. So 2 minutes of 5-on-3 for the Bombers here with 3:26 left to go in the first period. And so DeBay will come off so that it's the 5-on-3. And trying to look at this as a glass half full for a Halifax perspective. If they can kill off this whole 5-on-3, this would be a big momentum boost for them. Tucker comes in, gets a shot away. Clark with the save. Bassel. Well, that'll kill one of the penalties in a sense because we're going to go to 4-on-3 instead of 5-on-3 as Tucker is going to go off for slashing. So it's going to be 4-on-3 for 1:38. Jared Tucker into the box for slashing. And then the Wolverines will get their first power play of the game. And so far this season as a team, the Wolverines, 15 power play goals in 22 games so far. Of course, their power play not starting yet. They're still on the penalty kill for another 1:33. But then they will go from killing a penalty 4-on-3 to being on a power play 5-on-4 when both of their penalties expire. Right now, here's Williams with the puck. Gets it over to Cameron. Cameron trying to get it through to Croft, but it's broken up by Gerard, and Gerard gets it down the length of the ice. Williams now will work the puck ahead. 1:05 left to go in the 4-on-3. Sim drops it off to Cameron. Back to Sim. To Croft. There's a shot. That just misses. Sorry, that penalty to Tucker is cross-checking, not slashing. My apologies. Here's Sim with it now. Sim back to Williams. 43 seconds left in the 4-on-3. Back to Sim again. Sim comes in, gets a shot away, save, rebound, and a big play by Hum to make sure that that second chance shot for Cameron didn't go in. Clark was not going to get back across in time after making the initial save, so that's a huge play by Hum. Now Williams with a shot, and Clark makes the save and hangs on. 20 seconds left in the 4-on-3. 1:46 to go here in the first period. What a play by Sebastian Hum. That was a huge one for him on the penalty kill. Sebastian Hum coming up huge. Bombers win the draw. 15 seconds left in the power play. McKenzie with the puck. He'll get it over to Hayden. There's a shot and another save on a one-timer by Tanner Clark. Tanner Hayden now plays it back to McKenzie again. Returns it to Hayden. Hayden steps in, fires a shot looking far post, and he ended up hitting the far post. Both Halifax penalties come to an end. They're now on the power play for the next 17 seconds. McKenzie with the puck. His shot blocked by Bottomley. McKenzie gets it back again. Sends it down in behind the net. McAvoy will get to it. And we're going to get another penalty. And it's going to be a head contact call against Carter Anderson. So the Bombers will be short 5-on-3 for all of 5 seconds, but they will be short 5-on-3. And this is a 4-minute head contact penalty taken by Carter Anderson. So the Halifax Wolverines, with 1:09 left to go in the first period, will have some extended power play time to work with. Here's Bottomley with the puck. He'll get it across to Gerard. Gerard steps in, shot taken, save made, and it goes off the blocker of Ryan Janes up over the glass and out of play. We're down to 58.2 seconds left in the period. 3:49 left to go in the now 5-on-4 as the penalty to Tucker has expired. The penalty to Carter Anderson still basically in its very early stages. Coda Lewis trying to get on that puck to clear the zone. He can't. Gerard tries to go D-to-D with a pass. It was disrupted by McLennan. But now here's Hum with the puck. Hum steps in, fires a shot, misses short side. Comes up the wall. Gerard holds it onside at least for a moment. But then McLennan able to pick it up as Gerard couldn't get the puck back in deep. And McLennan launches it down the ice. Just 28 seconds left to go in the first period. Hum gets the puck to Gerard. Gerard across, intended for Bottomley. Cameron helps to break that up a bit. Now Cameron ends up with the puck. 18 seconds left in the period. He'll just softly send it into the Wolverine zone. Gerard quickly coming back up the other way. Gets the pass over to Bottomley. Brings it in across the line. MJ Bottomley sending it behind the net. McKenzie gets there first. Plays it ahead. Intended for McIntosh. It goes beyond him as well as beyond Monroe and out to center ice. And that will do it for the first period. Shots on goal in the first period are showing as 9-1, but there was at least one or two other saves that Ryan Janes made that he didn't get credit for. So while the shots may show 9-1, I've got them more at about 9-3 or 4. But we have to go with what they are showing as officially, and so the Wherewell Bombers officially outshoot the Halifax Wolverines 9-1 in the first period. Just a quick break. We'll go to the second period right away, a 20-minute second period, and then we'll have a flood and a full 20-minute third period as well. There we go.
How many saves did this guy have when they beat these guys in the shootout? I would have to say it was
A lot.
solid.
I was just asked the question, how many saves did actually it was the other goaltender, Abe Landry, who stopped 42 of 45 to get that game into overtime and into the shootout. Landry not playing in this one. It's Clark getting the start this time. And so far he has looked very good, stopping 8 of 9. And a couple of those saves, not just saves, but high-quality saves. Gerard behind his own net. Under 2.5 left to go in the double minor, taken by Carter Anderson. Long lead pass up to Smith in across the line. Now Smith has the puck knocked away from him, and it comes out to center. Hum will back up and pick it up. Across to Girard. Back across to Hum. Fans on his attempt to pass it ahead. Has to just play it around to the far side for Girard. Girard spins to try and get away from the forecheck of Grady Cohen. Cohen forcing Girard to play it back around to the near side for Hum. Hum gets it ahead now for Burgess, and Burgess will bring it in with 1:48 left to go in the power play. 1:49, left to go in the power play. But it ends up being an offside call against Halifax, and so the faceoff will come back into neutral ice. Just over a minute gone here in the second period. Bottomley wins the draw. It's played back to McAvoy. McAvoy tried to get a pass back through for Bottomley. That was disrupted by Hayden. McAvoy this time does get across to Bassel. Bassel will play it around to the near side wall. DeBay, they're waiting for it. DeBay, though, being disrupted by McLean, and now here comes a 2-on-1. McLean with Hayden. McLean gets it across to Hayden. Hayden with the shot, and Clark with a huge save on the 2-on-1 while the Bombers were shorthanded. Now Bottomley coming back the other way, working up the left wing. Fires a shot, he scores! MJ Bottomley showing why he is the team leader on these Halifax Wolverines as he just shoots it right through Ryan Janes, and the power play goal at 1:34 of the second period ties up this game at a goal apiece. MJ Bottomley getting his team leading 18th goal, his team leading 24th point, his team leading 7th power play goal on the season. We'll get you the assists here in just a moment. There's McKenzie with a shot. Looking for a deflection was McLennan, but couldn't get one. Now the puck comes around the wall. Swain not able to knock it down, but McKenzie does keep it onside. He fires a shot. Save made again by Clark. Over to the far wall. Boudreau gets it as far as the line. Held in by Williams across to the near side for McKenzie. McKenzie steps up, gets a shot. Clark the save. Tucker picks up the rebound, plays it back to the line. Williams slips and falls as he tried to play it back down low. Bottomley's goal assisted by Sam Bassel. So again, that's Bottomley, his 18th goal, 24th point, assisted by Sam Bassel on the power play at 1:34 of the second period, tying up this game at a goal apiece. Now we're going to get another Halifax penalty, as it's going to be McKay going off for hooking. At least I presume it's going to be hooking. Hum touches the puck, and that allows for the whistle to be blown. And hooking is indeed the call. So the 5th power play of the game for the Bombers. They are 0 for 4 so far. This penalty coming at 2:52 of the second period. And if the Bombers are not able to get the win here this afternoon, they'll have to look at the fact that they started this game so far 0 for 4 on the power play. Cameron with the puck. Over to Williams, and Hum with another big play as he blocks another shot. Sebastian Hum stepping up in a big way on the defensive side of the puck here this afternoon. Cameron with it now. Tries to get it back down. That was broken up by DeBay, but the puck ends up with Williams. Williams turns. Now trying to get away from Bassel. Takes the puck down the boards. Back up to the top of the zone. Cameron across to the far side. Sim. Back to Cameron again. Over for Williams. Williams' shot blocked by Hum. How many times am I going to say that today? Already 3 block shots for Hum. All of them in big situations. Here's Williams with the puck. Tries to get it to the front of the net. Too many black shirts in the way, but Williams ends up picking it back up again. 50 seconds left in the power play. Sim gets away from the pressure of DeBay. Plays it back to the line for Cameron. Over for Williams, one-timer. That one gets by Hum, gets by Clark as well, but also gets by the outside of the far post. And so the Bombers have to go all the way back into their own zone after the ricochet down the ice. 27 seconds left in the man advantage. Cameron loses the puck just inside the blue line to Gerard. Gerard will take it behind his own net. Now he sees a clear lane to fire the puck down the ice. It'll be picked up by McKenzie. 14 seconds left in the power play. McKenzie reverses it back around to the near side for Carter Anderson. Anderson gives back to McKenzie again. Return pass to Anderson. Just a couple seconds left in the penalty. Bottomley nearly steals it from Anderson. Anderson gets it just in across the line. Puck fired down the ice, but the penalty had expired before Boudreau fired the puck. And so we get an offside, or an icing, against the Wolverines with 15:04 left to go here in period number 2. Bombers now 0 for 5 on the power play, while the Wolverines are 1 for 3. There's a shot, save made by Clark. Technically 1 for 3 because the double minor does count as 2 power play opportunities, 2 consecutive 2-minute power plays back-to-back, because if you score on the first one, it doesn't wipe it out completely. It only wipes out 2 minutes, hence it being 2 separate power plays for the purposes of the statistics. At least that's the way I've always seen it calculated. If somebody knows officially that it should be a different way to calculate power play, then by all means let me know. But I've always seen it that a 4-minute penalty counts as 2 power plays, because if you score on the first one and then score on the second one, you go 2 for 2, not 2 for 1. Different if it's a major power play, because the clock doesn't change if you score on a major power play. One of those statistical anomaly details. Here's McLean with the puck. Gets a shot away. Clark the save. Rebound cleared from the front of the net by Boudreau. Bottomley picks it up. Had nowhere to go, so played it around to the far side. Race to get to the puck. Joshua Anderson gets there just ahead of Lemoyne, but Lemoyne able to get it away from Anderson and get it out into neutral ice. McDonald gives it to Tucker. Tucker tries to make a pass ahead. It's knocked down by Lemoyne. Now Lemoyne gets the puck, fires a shot. That goes just wide. And Joshua Anderson picks back up again. 13:50 left to go for second period. Anderson has a little bit of room. Comes in across the line. Gets the pass to Hayden. Hayden's shot goes off the leg of Todd. Now Hayden back on it again. Fires another shot. Save made by Clark. Puck picked up by Croft. Croft got it down to Hayden in the corner. Hayden reverses direction. Back to the line for McKenzie. Cross for Williams. Williams has that shot go off the toe of his stick. Sim couldn't get a deflection. Now McKenzie fires a shot. Clark makes the save and hangs on for a face-off. Shots on goal right now registering as 17-2. Now that's not 100% accurate. It should be at least 4, I think, that Janes has seen, because it was 1 at the end of the first period, and there was at least 1 or 2 other saves that Janes made. But the 17-2, while the numbers themselves might not be 100% accurate, are a pretty good indication of at least the tilt on this ice so far this afternoon. Monroe tries to clear the puck, had his stick disrupted by Hayden. Hayden not able to get it away from Todd. Now Sim comes in to help out and does create the turnover. Sim takes it behind the net, plays it out in front for Hayden. That pass was into his feet, though. Hayden finally able to get it back to Williams at the line. Williams gives to McKenzie. McKenzie back down to Hayden. Hayden looking to go cross crease. Burgess knocks that down. Hayden then tries to get a shot on net. That was blocked by Todd. Now Sim picks up. Sim to the top of the face-off circle, comes in, gets a shot away, save. Couldn't get his own rebound as Sim was trying to chase it down. Now takes a bump from Burgess in behind the net. Croft back there as well as Todd. Puck is worked free. Todd now Croft tried to tuck it in short side, but Clark again with another nice save. Now Croft back on the puck yet again as the Bombers continue to control, but the game is tied. There's another shot by Hayden and another save by Clark. Now Williams steps up all the way down into the corner, takes the puck behind the net, gets it to Sim. Sim with a shot, save made, and Clark able to find the puck and smother it for a face-off with 12:07 left to go in this second period. And the Bombers The only thing they haven't thrown at Tanner Clark yet is the kitchen sink. And if there were a way to do that, they probably would do that too. They have taken shot after shot after shot. And between the defensemen, in particular Hum and Todd, and then the goaltender Clark, a lot of shots stopped by men in black here this afternoon so far. McIntosh plays it back to the line. Shot by Cameron. Another shot block. This time it's Monroe. Puck down into the corner. Lewis behind the net. Tries to get it to Cohen. Cohen tied up by Sim, and Clark able to find the puck and cover it up and hang on for another faceoff. 11:34 to go here, second period. And at this level, at any level, anytime a game is as heavily leaning towards one end of the ice as this, being the other goalie is so challenging to try and stay focused, try to stay involved when you're going long stretches between times with the puck is in your end. Attempted dump in ends up hitting the linesperson. Janes was ready to come out of his net to play it, but it never did get all the way to him because it hit the linesperson. Now Nogler with it at his own line. Coughs it up, and Lewis will come in. He's got McIntosh with him. Lewis with a shot, puts it just wide. McIntosh able to pick up out of the corner. Plays it back to the line for Cameron. Cameron to the near side, McDonald. McDonald with a shot, looking for Cohen for a deflection, but that didn't quite connect. Now McIntosh plays it down the wall. Nogler there to get to it, and it'll be fired out to center ice by McKay. Sent back in. Now Hum looks to clear. It does come out. Brewer trying to get it into the bomber zone, but it's knocked down right at the blue line. Now Cohen has it coming across the red and then across the blue. Cohen plays it down into the far corner. Lewis going after it against Hum. Lewis able to win that battle. Gets the puck over to McLennan. Now they battle along the wall. Comes back to Joshua Anderson. Shot, save, rebound will be cleared away by Gerard, but Cohen gets to it at the near wall. Back to the line for Joshua Anderson. His shot, deflected, save, rebound! And another big stop on McLennan on the second chance. I think it might have been Clark getting his stick in the way of McLennan's stick. Might not have stopped the puck, but it stopped McLennan's stick from getting the shot off. And that was good enough to keep this a 1-1 hockey game. Now pass across for Cohen. He just deflects it down into the Wolverine zone as he wanted to get off on a change. Gerard will launch it down the ice as the Wolverines desperately need a change. And with 9:49 to go here in the second period, we'll get an icing against Halifax. Gerard, the only guy who's going off on a change. He was the one who desperately needed it. Bottomley in to take the draw against Tucker. Bottomley wins it to McAvoy. McAvoy plays it around to Boudreau. Boudreau fans on his first pass attempt, gets the puck up to Bottomley, but it goes off of his stick, and Tucker picks up a blocker save made by Clark. McLennan sends it to Tucker behind the net. Now to Swain. Swain gets it back to the line, held onside by Carter Anderson, down into the corner. Swain battling there with McAvoy. Puck comes up the wall, and getting it out to center ice there was DeBay, but Bassel had it, couldn't take the pass, and now it's dumped back into the Halifax end. McAvoy off the wall. It gets by Swain, picked up by Carter Anderson. He'll play it over to Joshua Anderson to get away from Bassel. Joshua Anderson played it ahead. DeBay knocked that down. Comes out to center ice, picked up by Bottomley. Here comes MJ Bottomley. He has the Wolverines goal. Fires a shot. Save made by Janes. Now another chance and another save by Janes, as right there on the doorstep was Bassel. And are the Bombers taking a penalty here after the play? That seems to be the indication. Although it looks like it's going to be Carter Anderson, perhaps. Yes, it is. So the Wolverines will get their fourth power play of the game. With 8:49 left to go here in the second period. And it's a 2-minute penalty. I didn't see the signal. I'll give you, when we get the announcement of the penalty, we'll let you know what it was. as the puck played with a high stick, so we'll get a stoppage. Just 12 seconds gone in the Halifax man advantage. 2 minutes for slashing on Anderson. And my cameraman Steven saying it was a play down in the corner, not part of the what happened in front of the net after the whistle. Here's Bottomley with the puck now. He has a power play goal today. Bombers killed off 2 of 3 successfully. Girard plays it back down to Bottomley. Bottomley with a shot. Save made by Janes, and he wasn't 100% sure where that puck ended up. It actually ended up in his gear. And we'll get the stoppage with 1:28 left to go in the man advantage. 8:17 remaining here in period number 2. Tied up at a goal apiece between the Halifax Wolverines and the Wherewell Bombers. Puck played back to Girard off of the faceoff. He gives it to Bottomley at the wall. Bottomley has it stolen from him by McLean. And Jace McLean will work his way ahead. Has McIntosh heading towards the net. McLean had that pass go a little bit too far in front of McIntosh. Now McIntosh tried to play it off the wall and back deep, but it was knocked down by Hum. Now Hum plays it back to Girard. Girard coming up through center. Enters the zone. Drops the puck off to Bottomley. Bottomley gives it right back to Girard again. Girard will play it around the wall. Bassel not quite able to get a stick on it. He's rubbed into the wall by Williams. Williams able to get the puck ahead to McIntosh. Here comes McIntosh. He's got McLean with him. McIntosh drops off to McLean, but McIntosh and McLean run into each other. Then DeBay gets the puck, gives it to Hum. Hum pushed it ahead, but it sent back into the Wolverine zone. Here's McIntosh with the puck now, trying to get around Girard. Girard able to get the steal with 35 seconds left in the penalty. Girard takes it back behind the net, and he'll start to work his way ahead as he gets a bit of space while the Bombers make a defensive unit change. DeBay has the puck knocked off his stick by McKenzie. McKenzie now tried to play it ahead for Lewis, but that didn't get through. Now McKay comes back the other way. Here's McKay taking it down into the corner, in behind the net, out the far side. Back to Bottomley. He swings and misses as he tries the one-timer, but a little bit too aggressive on that play, ended up missing the puck. Now the puck goes into the end boards. McKay working there. McKenzie gets to it. He'll play it around up the wall. It's held in by Girard. Girard working his way down as we're back to 5-on-5. Girard with a shot. Save made by Janes. Now in the far corner with 6:40 left to go in the second period. McKenzie gets it ahead. Cohen got the puck out to center, but Bottomley picked up in his own zone. Plays it up to McKay. McKay looking for a lane to enter. He can't. Croft bumps McKay off of the puck. Now Croft has a little bit of trying to get away from Bottomley. Looked like he might have had a little bit of space, but Bottomley closed it up quickly. Now a shot taken by Lewis. That goes wide. McDonald gets to the puck just before it clears the zone. But now Nogler will get it out to center ice. Lewis picks up there, plays it back to Cameron. 6 minutes left to go here, second period. Cohen with the puck. Ahead to Lewis. Lewis in across the line. He'll send it in down into the corner. Picked up there by Hayden. Hayden back to McDonald. McDonald can't hold the puck in. It'll come out to center ice with 5:42 left to go. McDonald back on the puck, gives it up to Hayden. Hayden in across the blue line. Hayden cutting to the outside, working against Boudreau. Down into the corner, now comes back up to the top of the zone for Cameron. Cameron plays it near side McDonald. McDonald steps in, gets a shot away. That gets blocked by Burgess. And coming out with the puck there was Smith. Smith got it in across the blue line, but Cameron picked up, got it quickly up back to Sim. Smith knocks Sim off of the puck, picks it up, and plays it back to Todd. Todd ahead for Burgess. Burgess gets a piece of that puck, and down the ice it goes. Cameron will pick it up right at the side of his net. Just over 5 minutes left to go here, second period. Tie game at a goal apiece. Cameron for Sim. Sim took that pass into his feet, but was able to kick it ahead to Hayden. Hayden working against Todd. Burgess comes over, picks up the puck, plays it around to the far side. McIntosh will get to it first, play it back to the line for Joshua Anderson. His shot deflected by Sim, but the deflection goes just up over the crossbar. Now Sim into the corner, back to the line for Anderson again. Joshua Anderson with a shot. That goes wide. Carter Anderson will step up from his spot at the point, fire it around the wall. Hayden will get to it in the far corner. Hayden still on the puck. Now plays it back to Joshua Anderson yet again. Back to Hayden. Hayden with the shot. That ends up hitting the body of Corkum. Now it's up the wall, held in again by Joshua Anderson, but he played it with a high stick. And so we'll get a stoppage with 4:11 remaining here in the second period. Shots on goal right now registering as 20-5. Again, it's closer to maybe 21, 22 to 7 or 8. And to be fair to those guys down in the box, let me be clear, I'm not trying to be critical of them. I've done that job down there in this building. The sight line is not great from down there to try to tell what's a shot on goal, what's going to go wide, what gets all the way to the goaltender, what doesn't, all those sorts of things. It's sometimes not easy to tell what a shot on goal is. So I'm not trying to be critical of them. I'm trying to give you guys at home a better picture of what Ryan Janes has faced so far in this game and what the Halifax Wolverines have been able to produce offensively. I'm not doing it to be, like I said, to be critical of the guys in the booth who are doing the shot count. Tucker with the puck. His pass goes in behind Swain, ends up on the stick of Hum. Sebastian Hum gets it ahead to Bassel. Bassel working his way in, comes in, gets a shot away. Janes with the blocker save. Another centering attempt. Janes knocks that away, and now Swain will end up with the puck. He'll carry it ahead. Swain drops it off to McKenzie. McKenzie stepping up over for McLennan, and he has his one-timer roll off the heel of his stick. Now Joshua Anderson, with a shot. That goes high and wide. McKenzie stepping up from the point. Takes it all the way down to the corner, fires a sharp angle shot. That goes all the way through and off the boards and out to center. Williams backing up with it. Under 3 minutes left to go here, second period. Williams gets it in across the Halifax blue line. Gerard with it now. He'll start to work his way forward. Here comes Gerard across the blue line, and he gets the shot away, but just as he fired the shot, the whistle blew to indicate that it was an offside against Halifax with 2:37 remaining here in the second period. Face-off will be at the far side, just outside the Warewell Bomber blue line. Lewis and Noggle to take the draw. Nogler. Lewis wins the draw back. McKenzie gets the puck ahead. Cohen with a deflection to get it the rest of the way down the ice. Coda Lewis wins the race against McAvoy. Plays it into the corner for McLean. McLean drops it back to Cohen. Cohen trying to get free from Boudreau. Boudreau takes Cohen down. Lewis comes over, picks up the loose puck. Plays it back to the line to Williams. Across to the near side for McKenzie. Back to Williams again. Williams trying to step through. Comes in, gets a shot away. Save. Rebound is loose. Another save by Clark. As Tanner Clark has been nothing shy of brilliant this afternoon for the Halifax Wolverines. What a performance in that net so far. Now here comes Lewis. He's got McKenzie with him and McLean. Lewis tries to get a pass through. That's broken up by Nogler. Lewis gets the puck back, takes it into the corner, plays it back to the line for Williams. Williams with a shot, looking for a deflection, but McLean couldn't get a stick on it. Now McKenzie will step up, take it down into the corner, plays it to McLean. McLean looking far post for Lewis, but that pass just misses him. Now Williams steps up, gets it down with 90 seconds left to go in the period. Jace McLean trying to get away from McAvoy. McAvoy with the steal, and will get the puck out to center. McKenzie backs up with it. Plays it across to Williams. 80 seconds left in the period. Williams dumps it in. Bombers make a change. That'll allow McAvoy to get to the puck, play it ahead. That'll miss everybody and go down the ice for an icing. 1:11 left on the clock in this second period. And if you had told me before the game, looking at the stats coming into today, that shots on goal at this point would be 23-6, I'd go, okay, yeah. I can see that. The Wolverines have had struggles offensively this season. But if you had told me also that it'd be 23-6, but the score would be 1-1, I would have thought you were crazy. But the defensive effort by Clark, by Hum, by Todd, just to name a couple, Gerard's had a great game on the blue line. This Halifax Wolverines team has been nothing short of phenomenal defensively from the goaltender on out. Tried to get a pass through. That was broken up by Gerard. Now another chance, and Clark again. What a position for Tanner Clark to have that pad stacked up on that post. If you're at home watching this game and you've got a young goalie who's watching it with you, have him observe, or her observe, what Tanner Clark has been doing in this game, because it has been an absolute lesson of how to be a goaltender here today. 28.6 seconds left in the second period. Another icing against the Wolverines. And McIntosh will take this draw against Bottomley. McIntosh wins it to Tucker. Tucker back to the line. Cameron with a shot. That goes wide. Joshua Anderson steps up to the puck. Gets it back down into the corner. Hum will get it first. Play it around to Gerard. Gerard gets it to the line and out. 15 seconds left in the period. Bottomley tries to pick up the puck. Misplays it slightly. Tucker gets it back in deep into the zone. Gerard takes it behind his net with 5 seconds left in the period. He'll just play it ahead to DeBay. DeBay will get the puck over to Bottomley, but Bottomley didn't have time to get a shot away. Shots in the second period officially are 15-5. The two-period total 24-6. But 23 saves on 24 shots for Clark, and they're a big show of respect as Janes and Clark touch pads touch blockers as they go by each other. And Ryan Janes, you know that was done with respect, because Tanner Clark has been El Fuego here this afternoon. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the third period in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Under 15 Major Hockey League action. It's Bombers 1, Wolverines 1 here on Petter Sports and streaming through Atlantic Hockey Online, a division of AO Live. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the third period. Bombers and Wolverines tied at 1 apiece. Third period is now underway. Puck dumped down into the Halifax zone, played over to Girard, sticks a little bit in some wet ice. Now it comes up to Bassel. Bassel will play it out to center. Joshua Anderson to Carter Anderson, back to Joshua again. Up, intended for Croft, broken up by Girard. Girard brings it in across the blue line. Nice little move to get around Anderson, shoots and scores! Henrik Girard, 30 seconds into the third period, has given the Wolverines a lead on the unassisted goal. And all of a sudden, this game is turned on its head as the Wolverines have the lead with 19 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. "30 seconds into the third period, Henrik Girard with the goal, his third goal, 11th point of the season, and now the Bombers, despite controlling time of possession, controlling the shot clock, controlling the zone play, now have to play from behind. Williams gets it across to McKenzie. McKenzie with a shot. Save, rebound! And Cohen with the second chance, not able to put it in. They give an assist to Devin DeBay on that goal. I thought the turnover was created by Girard, and then Girard brought the puck in and shot himself. But DeBay gets an assist nonetheless. McAvoy with it now. Pushes it ahead, held in at the line by McDonald. Clark steers that aside. Out to center yet again. Trying to bring it back in was McLennan. He couldn't. Cameron gives it to McDonald. He'll get it across the line, but Boudreau's right there. Boudreau's pass intercepted by McLennan. McLennan steps up. Can't get a shot away, though, as McAvoy did a good job of tying him up. Now the puck comes around the boards. Cameron will hold it in at the line. Cameron trying to make a move. Still moving. Now gets a shot away. That goes off the stick of Boudreau, and we're going to get another penalty. And it's going to be an unsportsmanlike against McAvoy.
That would have been a cross check myself.
The indication is an unsportsmanlike, so the Wherewell Bombers on their 6th power play of the game. Very much, as my cameraman Steven just said, if they ever needed one, it's now. They are 0 for 5 on the power play in this game, including a 5-on-3 that was originally going to go for a full 2 minutes. It got shortened slightly into a 4-on-3 after they took a penalty themselves. But they have yet to score with more skaters than the Wolverines in this game. And this, as I mentioned, their 6th chance at it. Carter Anderson deflects the puck down into the corner. Girard able to get to it. Comes back to Girard again, and he'll launch it down the ice. Jane's out of his net to play it. Gives it to McKenzie. McKenzie ahead to Tanner Hayden. Hayden in across the line. Down to the wall. Now back to Anderson. Right back to Hayden again. Hayden steps in. Fires a shot and scores! Tanner Hayden, as the power play finally converts on its 6th opportunity, ties up the game at 2 goals apiece. For Hayden, his 16th goal, 30th point of the year, his 7th power play goal, And we're all tied up at 2. And to be fair to Clark, I don't think he saw that puck at all. I think Hayden used the defenders in front of Clark as a screen in a perfect way. And Clark didn't have a chance because he didn't see it at all. And that's the only way you're going to beat Tanner Clark on a day like today, the way he's playing. As we get the announcement of Hayden's goal. Carter Anderson that is, and Lewis get the assists. So again, it's Tanner Hayden, his 16th goal, 30th point of the year, assisted by Carter Anderson and Coda Lewis on the power play at 2:41. Ties up this game yet again. And now the Bombers are pressuring yet again. McLean gives the puck to McIntosh. McIntosh takes it into the left wing corner, comes up the side, plays it back to McDonald, across to Cameron. Cameron gets a shot through. Swain was looking for a deflection, couldn't get a redirect on target. Now the puck comes down into the corner. Swain will pick it up there. Back to the line for Cameron. Cameron's shot blocked nicely there by Smith. Cameron and McDonald back up with it. Now Cameron turns it back up ice. Cameron in across the line, cuts around Corkum, fires a shot, save made by Clark. Corkum ends up on the puck. He gets bumped off of it by Sim, and it's played out to center ice. Back to get it is McKenzie. Under 16 minutes left to go, third period. Long lead pass for Hayden. Hayden with a shot. Clark sees it. Clark stops it. Williams trying to get it back down low. Puck bounces to Hayden. Hayden to Sim. Sim from his knees puts that one wide. And if Sim had scored on that shot short side, that would have been one to send down to TSN to show. Picked up now by Bottomley. Here comes MJ Bottomley. But Bottomley ended up getting picked by his own player, Bassel, as he tried to go around Bassel, but the puck got caught into his feet. And then the puck cleared down the ice by the Bombers. Goes up and out of play. We'll get a stoppage. 15-16 left to go here in the third period. Don't forget, we got 2 more games today here on Petter Sports and Streaming. 4 o'clock puck drop for Game 1 of the Nova Scotia semifinals of the Maritime Major Female Hockey League. The number 1 seed, the league champion, Northern Subway Selects, host the 4th seed out of the Nova Scotia teams. The Cape Breton Lynx, Game 1 of that best-of-5 series, going at 4 o'clock from Hector Arena. And then at 5 o'clock from this same sheet of ice, Alex Terrio will be here to take the call of the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League between the Valley Wildcats and the Fundy Thunder. McLennan plays it around the boards to Joshua Anderson. Anderson gets it ahead to McLean. McLean through to Tucker. Tucker sends it towards the net. Clark steers it into the corner for Gerard. He'll play it around to the far side. Puck is turned over. McLean with the shot. He scores! Jace McLean. And the Bombers are back in front. 3-2. Jace McLean with his 8th goal, 13th point of the season, puts the Bombers ahead. And I think that was another one that Clark did not see, because the way he reacted, his arm moved after the puck was by him. A bit of bad luck there for Clark. Now another shot from McKenzie. That one's blocked by Gerard. As the Bombers look to pressure to try to create a little bit of insurance room now. Just over 14 minutes left to go. Bombers up by a goal. Gerard gets the puck as far as the line. McKenzie holds it in. There's a shot. Save made by Clark. So the goals, McLean from Brody McLennan and Jared Tucker at 5:33. Again for Jace McLean, that is his 8th goal, 13th point of the season. Brody McLennan and Jared Tucker with the assists at 5:33. icing the call against the Halifax Wolverines. And the Bombers with an offensive zone face-off with a 1-goal lead, 13-39, away from a possible victory. Taking a look at the rest of today's schedule. We'll do that at the next stoppage in play, actually. Sim with a shot, and Clark makes the save. And we can now give you that out-of-town scoreboard for today, but it's only an out-of-town schedule, as all of the other games today in the Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League later on this afternoon and into the evening. A 4 o'clock puck drop at the Queen's Place Emera Center between the Novas and the Western Hurricanes. A 4 o'clock puck drop at the Rath Eastland Community Center between the Gulls and the Truro Bearcats. 5:30 at the Dartmouth Sportsplex. It'll be the Kings Mutual Valley Wildcats and the Dartmouth Whalers. And then at the Emera Center North Side up in Sydney at 6 o'clock this evening, 6:05 if you want to get real technical about it, the Rangers visit the John L. Jim Cougars. Not in action today, the Bedford Bandits or the SUNY Rage, who play out of Cole Harbour. Here comes Bottomley with the puck. Getting it to the front of the net, but it goes through the feet of Lemoyne. Now the puck gets just by Corkum. Hum will win the race back to it against Hayden, but Hayden takes Hum into the wall. That allows Croft to come in and pick up the puck. Croft out front for Hayden. He fires a shot. And I don't know if Clark got a piece of that or if it went wide on its own. Either way, a very dangerous chance. Now, the Bombers trying to catch Halifax on a change. Hayden tried to make a drop pass for Sim, but Sim thought it was going the other way. And the Wolverines get the puck back down the ice. Joshua Anderson plays it up the wall. Smith picks it up there, trying to get it down the boards to Burgess. Sim helps to try and break that up, but Burgess gets back on it. Boudreau now down, intended for Smith. That's broken up and played back out to center. Boudreau tries to dump it in. It's knocked down by Joshua Anderson right at the line. Burgess able to pick up. He'll fire a shot. That goes wide, comes off the end boards. Burgess able to chase down his own rebound. Working against Carter Anderson now. Anderson takes Burgess down. Coming over to try and help out there is Lemoyne. Lemoyne tried to get a pass back to the line. That was broken up, and the Bombers will fire it down the ice, and we'll get an icing call against the hometown Warewell Bombers with 11:38 left to go here in the third period. Bombers leading it 3-2. The goal that stands as the difference right now off the stick of Jace McLean at 5:33 of this third period. And the face-off inside the Warewell Bomber zone. Here's Bottomley trying to get the puck to sit for him. He finally does. Bottomley can't get his shot through as McLean was there to help break that up. Now Williams gets the puck in the corner, plays it around to the far side. McLennan kicks it back to McKenzie. Bottomley keeps it onside for a moment, but then Tucker gets it, plays it up to McLean. McLean has it knocked off his stick by McAvoy. Williams picks up and sends it in across the Halifax blue line. Boudreau looking to clear. He couldn't. Boudreau gets it back again, plays it off the boards. Still can't clear the zone. Williams ties it up there. Now the puck does stay onside still, but Bottomley with possession, trying to get away from the pressure of Tucker. Bottomley plays it ahead. Now Bassel with it after he takes the pass from DeBay. Bassel tries to put it to the front of the net, but that's taken away by McKenzie, and he'll quickly head up ice the other way. He's got Swain with him. McKenzie now stops at the line, waits, gets the puck to Swain, and Swain with the deflection, he scores! Eli Swain able to maintain body position in the slot, and what a goal by number 4. Maybe the smallest guy on the ice, but no fear in Eli Swain heading to the front of the net, getting the deflection on the shot from the line by McKenzie, and Swain gets his third goal, 6th point of the season, and now the Bombers have a little bit of breathing room. Still not a lot, but a little bit of breathing room. It's now 4-2. Brewer plays the puck back, intended for Todd. McKenzie gets the only assist on that goal for firing the shot that Swain deflected. So again, Eli Swain, third goal, 6th point, assisted by Nicholas McKenzie at 9:21 to make it 4-2 for the Bombers. Nogler gets the puck in across the blue line. Brewer now picks it up there. Brewer sends it across the top of the crease all the way to the near wall. Girard steps up. He runs into McIntosh. McIntosh then has a couple more black shirts gather around him. Puck is sent back around to the far side. McDonald will pick it up there. We got a penalty coming up. And cross-checking is the indication. And I think it's going to go, not sure which player. Looks like it's Coda Lewis. And it is indeed Coda Lewis who's going to go off. So the Halifax Wolverines with their fifth power play, of the afternoon, coming with 9:35 remaining here in the third period. Bombers have already given up one power play goal this afternoon. Wolverines need to get another one here to climb back within one. Girard with the puck. Over to Bottomley. Bottomley with a shot. That goes wide. Hum off the rebound off the end boards. And a save made by Janes, and as he spun his body around, the puck spun out from underneath him off to the side of the net. Now here comes Hayden going down the other way. Bottomley beats him to the puck as the two captains meet down in the corner. Bottomley will come away. Hayden trying to chase him down. Hayden with the steal off of Bottomley. And the Bombers get the puck back down the length of the ice. What hustle by Tanner Hayden on the back check there to take the puck away from the dangerous MJ Bottomley. Now Girard with it. 1:06 left to go in the man advantage. Lead pass for Bottomley. Bottomley sends it cross ice. Bringing it up is Hum. Hum down into the corner. Tries to play it back. That's broken up. Gets to the line and out. And Girard has to go back and gather it up at his own blue line. Girard turns, gets away from McLennan. Now plays the puck ahead to DeBay. DeBay gives to Bassel. Bassel into the corner, has the puck knocked off his stick by McKenzie. McLennan can't clear. DeBay back to Bottomley. Bottomley's shot deflected, goes wide, picked up by Hum at the near wall. Tried to play it back to Girard, but that pass out of his reach. Girard has to go back into his own zone to get it, being chased by McIntosh. Girard turns, gets away from McIntosh. 20 seconds left in the power play. Long lead pass for Bassel. Bassel did not get a piece of that puck, and so we'll get an icing call against Halifax. 17 seconds left in the power play. 7:52 remaining here in the third period. If the Bombers get the victory, they will temporarily move all the way up from 6th to 3rd, pending the outcome of games involving the Novas, the Bearcats, and the Gulls later today. And since the Novas are playing against the Hurricanes and the Gulls and Bearcats are playing against each other, one of the Gulls and Bearcats, Gulls or Bearcats, I should say, will either get up to or past the Bombers, depending if the game ends in regulation or in overtime. So but the good news for the Bombers is one of the Gulls or the Bearcats will not catch up to the Bombers. So the Bombers, if they hold on and get this victory, will finish the day no worse than 5th. So they'll move up at least one spot if they can hang on and get this victory in regulation, which they are under 7 minutes away from doing. McKay with the puck. Gets it down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. 6:44 left to go, third period. Bombers 4, Wolverines 2. If the Wolverines fall in this one, they will stay tied with the Hurricanes for 11th and 12th place. They'll still have one game in hand on the Hurricanes, and the Hurricanes will be playing later today as well. So depending on the outcome of that game, Hurricanes taking on the Novas, as we mentioned. Novas come into today in third place. But as we've seen from the Halifax Wolverines today, just because one team's way up in the standings on the other doesn't mean much, as Halifax has given the Wherewell Bombers everything they can handle and then some today. Girard gets it ahead to Bassel. Bassel has it stolen from him by Cameron. Cameron coming back the other way, avoids a hit from Bottomley, gets the puck to Tucker. Tucker can't dunk it in deep as Gerard knocked it down. Now Bottomley coming back the other way. Bottomley avoids a hit from Cameron. Bottomley and Cameron then collide as they go towards the end boards. Puck is played around the wall to Swain. Swain trying to get it around Bisson. Or Bassel, excuse me. Now Gerard stepping up, gets to the puck in the corner. Cohen steals it from him, gets it up to Swain. Swain takes a bump from Hum. Battle along the far wall. 4 players in there. Puck is worked free. Now Bassel. He has it taken from him. McLennan can't clear the zone. Second attempt does come out. And Grady Cohen will carry it ahead. In across the line. Cohen cuts to the middle, fires a shot. That goes wide, comes off the end boards. DeBay will get to it there. Now Bottomley back on it. He'll play it around. Comes up all the way to the line. Joshua Anderson fires a shot. Lemoyne has his stick break as he partially blocked it. Now Carter Anderson with a shot. Save, rebound. Puck is loose. Clark makes another save. And it bounces out to Burgess. Down the length of the ice. Janes had to be sharp there on that rolling puck that came right to him. Was changing direction as it was rolling. Puck back into the Halifax zone. Boudreau plays it around to Burgess. Burgess ends up letting it go, and Lewis picks up. Now here's Cohen, and that puck rolls just out of his reach before he could get a stick on it. Boudreau tries to clear. He couldn't. Cohen back on the puck. Has it knocked off his stick with a nice play by McAvoy. Now McIntosh gets it back down low in the zone. McAvoy across for Boudreau. Boudreau will play it off the wall and out to center. Lewis ends up running into Burgess. Lewis gives a couple extra shots to Burgess as they get up, but the referees elect not to call it with just over 4 minutes left to go, third period. Hayden deflects the puck down the ice. They're going to call that an icing. It looked to me like Tanner Hayden may have been on the right side of center, but the Bombers not going to argue it too heavily. Not going to argue it at all. With 4:04 left to go here in the third period. Puck comes out to center. Here's Tanner Hayden with it. Hayden trying to work his way through. Meanwhile, we've got a penalty coming up. Interference is the indication. And it looks like it's going to be Boudreau going off. So the Bombers with another power play here. Their 7th of the game. They are 1 for 6 so far. And this power play, if nothing else, will kill off 2 more minutes of this game. And when you're carrying a 2-goal lead in the last 3 minutes and 55 seconds, I'm sure you'll be just as happy to take the 2 minutes off the clock as you would to get another goal. Sim back to the line for McKenzie. Returns it to Sim. Sim stepping in, gets a shot. That's partially blocked by Corkum. And now Bassel sends it out to center. Tanner Hayden. 1:35 left to go in the man advantage. Dumps the puck in, comes all the way around the boards to Croft. Croft takes a bump from Corkum. The 2 number 19s in the corner. Tanner Hayden there as well. He plays it back to the line for McKenzie. McKenzie returns it to Hayden. Hayden in front for Croft. Another couple of saves made by Clark. And Williams ends up with the puck, plays it to McKenzie. Down to Hayden. Back up top to McKenzie. McKenzie steps in and he scores! Bombers now lead it 5-2 with 3:01 to go. Another power play goal. Nicholas McKenzie gets his 2nd point of the game as he fires that shot from the line. We'll have to wait and see if it got deflected on its way in. We'll let you know as soon as we get the announcement whether McKenzie gets the goal or gets a 2nd assist on the day. And the 5-2 scoreline, unfortunately for the Wolverines, really isn't going to do justice to the game that Tanner Clark has played today. He has been And we got another penalty coming up against Halifax. It is Mackenzie's goal. Hayden and Sim with the assists. So again, that's Nicholas Mackenzie, his second point of the game. His 10th goal, 26th point of the season. And again, the assists go to Tanner Hayden and Ewan Sim on the power play. Time of the goal, 16:59. And now with 2:35 left, the Bombers go to another power play. As a tripping call this time goes against Mason Auld. And again, a quick reminder that because we have to head off to Pictou right as this game ends pretty much to head up to the Hector Arena and get ready for our 4 o'clock game between the Subway Northern Selects and the Cape Breton Lynx. We've got a penalty coming up against the Bombers now as Lewis is going to go off for hooking. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 1:41, and then the Wolverines will get a brief power play as we have 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go here in the third period. So there won't be much of a post game. It'll be pretty much thanks for watching, have a great day. And because we do have to get on the road to get to Pictou in time for that 4 o'clock game between the Selects and the Cape Breton Lynx. Here's Gerard with the puck. So Gerard now backs up, under 2 minutes left to go in the third. As it looks like the Bombers will indeed move up into third place, pending the outcome. There's a shot by Bottomley and a blocker save made by Janes, deflecting it up over the glass and out of play. 1:46 to go. 1:11 left in the 4-on-4. And then the Wolverines will have 19 seconds of power play time, and then we'll have 16 seconds after that ends to wrap up this hockey game. Bombers, as I mentioned, will move temporarily into third place, pending the outcome of the Novas game later today and the outcome of the Bearcats versus Gulls game later today. One of the Bearcats or Gulls will pass the Bombers or tie the Bombers, depending if the game ends in regulation or in overtime. So the Bombers will end the day no worse than fifth, possibly as high as third, or tied for third. Here's Burgess with the puck in the corner. 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Just over a minute left in the period. Hum tries to get a pass through to Monroe, but that was broken up. Now Swain gets it to Hayden. Hayden runs into Burgess. Hum ends up with the puck. Back to Monroe, down into the corner for Hum. Hum tries to go cross crease with it, but it ends up hitting the side of the net. 5 seconds until the Bombers are on the power play. Until the Wolverines are on the power play. They are now. Hayden gets the puck to Carter Anderson. He puts that one off the post, and then it comes down to Eli Swain, and Swain gets his second of the game, doubling his goal total of the season. That makes it 6-2, a shorthanded goal for Eli Swain with 27.9 seconds left. Carter Anderson will get an assist for firing that one off the crossbar. And Eli Swain gets his second of the game, his fourth of the season. And again, this 6-2 scoreline really not doing justice to how well Tanner Clark has played today. We're back to 5-on-5. There's a shot that goes off the end boards. McLean will pick it up behind the net. Tries to get it to the front. That'll be cleared away by Auld. As we get the announcement of Swain's goal. And we get confirmation that Carter Anderson and Tanner Hayden both get assists. So Hayden ends up with a 3-point game with a goal and 2 assists. And that's going to do it for us here today. The Bombers with an emphatic 6-2 victory. More emphatic was the final shot total, 39-9. Shots in that third period end up 15-3. And what's going to end up getting lost in this result, because people are going to look at a 6-2 scoreline, but what's going to get lost in this result, not lost in my eyes, is Tanner Clark with a 33-save performance that he just ran out of gas there at the end, I think. He was just exhausted, and understandably so. And the block shots, yeah. If you were to include shots that didn't get all the way through to him because either Hum or Todd or Gerard or any of the other Halifax Wolverines block shot attempts were probably somewhere around 60-20 or thereabouts. What an effort by the Bombers today. A 6-2 victory over the Halifax Wolverines. That's going to do it for us from here at the Wellness Center. We'll be back with you in a little over an hour from now from the Hector Arena. We'll also be back here a little over 2 hours from now at this arena when Alex Terrio has the game between the Fundy Thunder and the Valley Wildcats. Until then, on behalf of my awesome cameraman, Steven, this is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Thanks so much for watching. Final score one last time. Bombers with a 6-2 victory over the Wolverines. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon.